Today, we unveil Connect Community, a dynamic new space designed to bring leaders together in a thriving environment of growth and collaboration. This is episode 216 of the 30. Let's go. Hi there, friends. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the 30. This is a very special episode. Today is where we unveil Community Connect. You probably have heard me talked about this, and last week I mentioned it. You probably have seen some posts out there on social media. Well, today is the day, folks. This is where we step aside and we start talking about expanding about community. You heard me talk about community probably in the last 4 weeks. Today is the day when we will unveil what's called Connect. Impact Leaders Connect Community. I want to thank you for being here. If this is your first time joining us on the 30, thank you certainly for tuning in. The 30 is a weekly broadcast. It's a production of the Jackman Group LLC. It's a training and development firm whose primary focus is developing leaders, enhancing teams, and helping organizations through some of our training, our coaching, and strategic planning solutions. The purpose of the 30, if you haven't heard me say this before, the purpose of the 30 is to provide you, our viewers and listeners, with relevant information to help you grow both personally, professionally, as well as spiritually. So thank you. Episode 216. We are talking about today is, I'm so excited because we are going to finally unveil our new community called Connect, Impact Leaders Connect. So over the past 4 weeks, we've been talking about community and the importance of community. We talked about the definition of what community is, and we explained what that definition was. It's a group of people living in the same space, the same place, or having a common characteristic in what they are doing. We also talk about we also talked and explained a greater definition, and it's a space where people come together, whether personally, professionally, or spiritually. So those are some of the things. We talked about community being when you're part of a community, you feel as a sense of belonging, right? Brings everyone together as opposed to being scattered all over the place. We talked about being involved in a community. And I also explained to you, I talked about what my experience was as it related to community and the communities that I'm part of. I'm part of a number of communities. I'm part of our spiritual community because of my involvement and my active involvement in ministry at my church. So that's one aspect of community. I'm also part of a professional community where I get together with like-minded people whose focus is on virtual events and virtual content developers. Then I'm also involved with a third community, which focuses on business owners and coming together and networking and talking about how can we go to the next level. So three communities that I'm involved with, and I love it, I love it, I love it. But as we go through, I don't know what communities you are involved with. You want to drop that in the chat. Tell me what type of communities that you are involved with and maybe the names of those communities. But we establish is being a part of a community is important. It's very important because it gives you a sense of purpose, sense of going to the next level where like-minded people can come together. Over the years, I've explained what my passion, more importantly, what my purpose in life is. My purpose is really in developing people, specifically leaders, whether you're a seasoned leader or an emerging leader. I also have a passion and purpose of helping organizations, helping them develop their teams, and helping them take their organization to the next level, whether it's a non-for-profit, a for-profit, whether it's whatever type of organization it is. My purpose is really to help you, the individuals, the leaders within the organization. And as I looked around, after being involved in different types of communities and being involved in helping others grow, as I looked around, I saw there was a gap. So training, coaching, and helping leaders and helping teams, I saw that there was a gap. I saw that there was a scatter. So whether it's training or coaching, whether it's team enhancement, I saw that there was a gap. And I really thought about, well, what can we do? How can we close those gaps? How can we help others while also realizing that as leaders, if we want to go from good to great to exceptional, realizing that leadership and developing your skills and your leadership acumen, it's a long-term event. It's a life learning, right? So it takes a long time. You're not going to get up one morning the next day and says, well, you know something, I am an exceptional leader. Yes, you can think about that, but it takes time. It takes time. So it's a long life learning to become truly an effective and exceptional leader. So as I looked around and as I became involved with different communities, I said, you know something, I'm missing something. I also talked with different leaders and business owners and seasoned leaders and emerging leaders. And I came to the conclusion that I needed to do something. I needed to bring everything under one house. Yes, we are at the Jackman Group, based on our testimonials from those that we serve. We find ourselves in a great space, when it comes to training, when it comes to coaching, when it comes to helping organizations grow. We're good there. But I found that there was something else that we needed to do. So I set about in the last 6 to 8 months with our team. I said, what can we do? Here's my vision. Here are my thoughts. And we came together and we decided that this is the direction that we're going to go. Now, we currently have a community on Facebook called mPACT Leaders. But I felt we needed a little bit more oomph. We needed something extra. We needed to really dig in and find out what can we do to help leaders. So whether you are an emerging leader, you're a seasoned leader, you're a business owner, you're entrepreneur, you're solopreneur, if you're involved in leading people, if you're involved in maybe leading yourself as a solopreneur, what we wanted to do was to help you. We wanted to bring people together so that we all can grow. So you may say, well, Patrick, that sounds good, but what's in it for me? So hence what we decided to do is to launch this community, what's called the Connect community, to help you, to help take you to the next level, to help bring like-minded people. I told you what a definition of communities, of a community is. So we set about coming up with some specific things that we thought will help you, bringing together like-minded individuals that are interested in growing, that's interested in going to the next level. So here's what we did. We decided to form this thing called Connect mPACT Leaders Connect Community. So you may say, well, that sounds good, Patrick, but what's in it for me? And I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that great radio station, WIIFM. What's in it for me? So here's what you will gain by being a part of the Connect community, mPACT Leaders Connect community. Number one, so we're talking about some of the benefits, some of the key benefits. There are others that you will gain or that you can get as a result of being part of this community. But we kind of came up with the top 4 key benefits. And one, it offers you the opportunity of coming together as a group. So we're not talking about just a networking group, right? We're not talking about networking because that's so yesteryear. We're talking about communities. Now we're talking about coming together and experiencing where not only are you taking or learning, but you're also giving. You're also lending your experience. Because sometimes in communities we get information, we take it, and we go out and do what we need to do. But in this community, when we connect, we're not talking about just taking information, which you will get a lot of, but we're talking about also giving information. We're talking about a complete community, one where you take and one where you give. So that's one aspect of it. So being a part of a vibrant, supportive community where members support each other, where we learn from each other, where we can experience growth together, where we can experience success together. So one is the community engagement part of it. The second part of it now, the second key here in terms of what's in it for you, is that each week you will receive a leadership tip in terms of helping you, giving you ideas and thoughts to help you with your growth. So every week you will receive a tip from us, a leadership tip. And you will get that through whether you are on Facebook, because we'll utilize social media for our community, but we'll also send that out in the form of a message to you. So whether you like to come into it or you prefer to have it sent to you, you will have that option. So every week you will get what we call a leadership tip. The third key benefit is each week you will get what we call an inspirational message, one that comes from one of our leaders in the community, so that we can inspire each other, right? So if let's say me, and I come across something that I think is valuable to the community, I'm going to send that inspirational message out to you, so that if you're feeling defeated, if you're feeling dejected, if you're feeling rejected, that one message of inspiration maybe the thing that you need to get you going. So, community engagement, right? Inspiration, leadership tips. But here's another one, right? And I'm excited about this is that we're building a library, a video library, which you will have access to, where at any time, during the day, at night, at any time, you can go into your account and view the video content that's there. So we don't have to be there. We're talking about a community where you can learn at your own pace, whenever, however, right? So we're building that video content resource that will be available to you as the member of the connection community, and you can access that at any time. I'm excited about that because I know the content that's being uploaded, and I can't wait for you to see it. So those are just 3 of the things that you will get as a member of our community. Here's another one. Member spotlight. So we will highlight our spotlight members that are part of the community that are doing some things, whether it is they got a promotion, whether they've succeeded in gaining an account, whatever that is, we will choose and select a member to spotlight. And you can hear from the last benefit. Here's what the last key benefit is: once per quarter, we're going to have an open Q&A where you will have access to asking questions to some of our leaders that are part of the community, myself, our team, as well as guest leaders that we bring in to the community. So I'm excited about this. I don't know about you, but I am excited because we know that this is something that will help you. We know that one, leadership, effective leadership, in order to get to the next level, to become exceptional, it's going to take time. We also know that we can learn from each other. We don't know it all. We can learn from each other. So when we come together as a community of leaders, emerging leaders, business owners, entrepreneurs, those that have a willingness to succeed, to excel, when we come together as a community, as a group of like-minded people, we can help each other. Iron sharpens iron. We can help each other. So we don't need to be alone out there. You're getting information, you're getting content, you're getting leadership ideas and thoughts, you're getting inspirational messages, and then lastly, you'll be part of our quarterly Q&A session where you can come in and have your questions answered. So all this is done at your own pace, and that's a value. So you don't have to hear us each week in terms of we're on here under 30. You can gain all this at your own pace. The only time that you will be able to come in and actually see us, maybe through the Q&A. So we're excited about that. I was talking to someone about it today, actually, and I was explaining, and I said, well, When are you going to join up? What's stopping you from joining? And the person says, well, I'm waiting to hear how is it going to benefit me? How am I going to gain before I sign up? I hope that I've explained it well enough for you to find out or gain information that will help you. That you'll have enough information to say, I see how this can benefit me. I now have the necessary information to go ahead and make the decision. One thing that I've learned over the years is that some people, some individuals look at cost as a barrier. They look at price as a barrier. They look at investment as a barrier. Well, that's too expensive. I don't think I'm getting enough to pay. I don't have enough money. I'm not seeing the value of it. So they allow that excuse of not having enough money stop them from growing. So you may say, well, Patrick, what's in it? Who should be joining? And how much is it? Well, I don't want, when we sat down and we looked at, well, what would be a good price? What would be a good investment? See, because I'm looking at it, yes, we offer training, we offer coaching, whether it's group coaching or executive coaching. We also offer team enhancement and strategic planning. I didn't want this to be a barrier. I didn't want price to be a barrier or what we call an object. Well, price is not really an objection, but people use it as an objection, but it's not an objection. But I didn't want price to be a barrier. I wanted this to be open to everyone. I wanted this as an opportunity where everyone can be part of the community. But I also wanted each person to what we have skin in the game. Because once we know that we are invested in something, we have financially invested in something, we know now that we are going to show up, right? Because we see that there's value. We see that we've invested X amount of dollars, so we're going to get everything that we can out of the opportunity. So we didn't want price to be a barrier, but we also wanted to offer something that was fair to you. And I'm a tea drinker. I frequent some establishments when it comes to tea or juice, and so I'm not going to give those establishments any plugs because they don't advertise on a 30. But I look at the cost and I says, what would you, if you're frequenting these establishments, how much do you pay on a weekly, a daily, or monthly basis when you go out to get coffee or tea or juice? What would you pay? And then what would you invest in yourself in terms of growth? So we settled on this. We settled on one price, but then I was told, and I listened to my team, and they said, you know, Patrick, it would be great if you can offer a founder's cost, right? To give people the opportunity to join. Since you're founding this, you're the founder, it would be great if you can create a founder's cost to help folks. And I said, what? Founder's cost? How much is that? So they said, well, how about maybe 50%? So I looked at what we were given, the offering of what was offered, and now the team is telling me that they're suggesting a 50% reduction in the monthly cost. So I looked at it. We are given a lot, and you're asking us to now give more away. So I thought about it, prayed on it, and I says, okay, 50% off. So here is what we're going to offer you. right? If you see there's this a value for a short period of time, we're going to do a 50% discount. And this is what we are going to offer you. But it's a short period of time. And then I'm going to put the link up as to how you should join. So I'm going to share my screen, and you're going to look at this price. You're going to say, wow, amazing. So here we go. Let me see if I can share my screen here. So when you click on the link that I'm going to give out shortly here, this is where you will come and you will enter your information. And this is a description of it. In today's fast-paced world, leadership development is key. We talked about what it is, why you should join, the benefits of it, what you will receive, and then now here's the investment. Your investment for a short time is $15 US each month. If I was to calculate that, and I looked at it and I says, team, are you sure? Here's what you'll get. Let's say 30 days. That is, wow, for 30 days, $15 per month. Think about that. Calculate that. Now, the regular investment is $29 per month, but 50% for a short period of time, the founder's price is $15 US per month. And you will pay that as long as you are a member of the Connect community. But you have to act fast, because this is going to be a short time. So think about that. I want you to think about that. Less than $1 per day for all the information that you are going to receive. Quarterly Q&A sessions, leadership tips each week, self-guided content library, networking opportunities, inspirational messages. Less than $1 per day for a short period of time. I know you're probably saying, wow, Patrick, are you sure? Yes, I am sure. So I'm going to put this up now. And then I'm also going to put it in our description. But this is where you will go to join. Right? And I'm going to put it up. I'm also going to put the link in the description. So I invite you to join us as we venture out, as we take this journey with you, helping you to become a more effective leader. So if you are a seasoned leader, if you're an emerging leader, if you are a business owner or entrepreneur, a solopreneur, or if you simply want to be part of a vibrant community, I invite you to join us for mPACT Leaders Connect Community. Now, don't wait. Take advantage of our founders pricing, $15 per month for as long as you are a member of the community. It's going to go up pretty soon here to $29 per month. So drop it in the chat. Let me see here. Let me take the chat. Erica says, wow, that's nice, Patrick. She also says, sounds like a great plan. Appreciate it. Thank you so very much, Erica. And I'm sure there are other messages that I don't have access to on LinkedIn. But tell someone, share this with someone. Let's get on board. Let's connect with each other. And let's make this thing happen. we're not loading anymore. We're not waiting. It's not pending. It is here, folks. Click on the link, write the link down, take a picture of it, and sign up today. Don't hesitate. $15 per month, as long as you remain part of the Connect community. All right. Look forward to having you. Look forward to partnering with you. We look forward to you being a part of this vibrant, exclusive committee, not committee, but community. So may God bless you. We'll see you next week. We'll have probably some testimonials from others. I'll interview and speak with some folks who have joined, and we're going to get this thing going. We'll put it all together where we come together as leaders, emerging leaders, business owners, entrepreneurs, as we grow together and as we take this journey together, right? May God bless you and your family. We'll see you next week.